we're still technically in Normandy. We are east of Cherbourg, the town of Cherbourg, which is on the top of the Cotentin Peninsula, and probably about 30 minutes to the east, right on the coast. English Channel right here. Finally have some sunshine. This is really great feeling to be out and about. No clouds above us. Some clouds in the distance over there, but it's a beautiful day. It is a little bit breezier here, a little windier here than other parts of Normandy, but no complaints because we're right at the sea, the English Channel. But we're gonna spend a couple days here. We found a nice spot, nice little spot at the end of a road. There's some small villages right here, really small villages. We drove down these super narrow roads in between farmland to get out here. Something interesting about these farms, you know, instead of like having just a road between fields, they have their flat farmland, and then they have kind of like a hump and hedgerows. So when you're driving down these narrow hedgerows, you can't see the farm next to you. It just feels like you're driving down like a tunnel between bushes. Very uniquely European, it seems. We got here yesterday after spending about a week visiting a whole bunch of the D-Day Normandy landing sites, all the way from Sword Beach to the east towards the town of Calais. Ended up at Utah Beach yesterday, which was the last of our visits. Stayed at the town of Saint-Mère-Église. Visited some of the museums and the D-Day artifacts that they have there. And now we're just probably going to figure out what our next move is. We're not really sure exactly what our next move is going to be, because we got to decide basically if we want to do Ireland and then try to get into England through Ireland or not. Going directly into England, anywhere in the UK for that matter, is a little tricky. As non-UK citizens is possible, but requires testing and quarantine if you're not in what they consider a green country, which pretty much nowhere in Europe is considered green by the UK standards. So definitely not France. But I do believe that once you're in Ireland, that you can go from Ireland to Northern Ireland, and then from there up to Scotland, and then make your way down Wales and England. So that's a good way to do it, because that's probably the way we want to do it anyways, because we want to visit the northern part when it's the warmest. So right now, middle of July, if we get across to Ireland at the end of July, and then spend August in Northern Ireland, Scotland, and then make our way back down to England, September-ish. I don't know, we'll see. Otherwise, we're just gonna have to sort of stick along the coast of France, which is also not a bad plan. We haven't been to a lot of the places in France, and France is a pretty big country. So anyways, we're gonna know in the next couple of days what we decide to do. It's the first time that these cats are on a real beach. They've been on beaches in Croatia, but it's more like stones, little like bigger stones that don't have sand. I don't know if they've really been to sandy beaches like this, and they're kind of freaking out. We're taking a walk and they're just running back and forth. Really funny. Come on, Toby. They're kind of freaking out, huh?
They don't like the waves. They don't like the waves.
No, they've never seen waves before.
Yeah, it's always calm water. Or nowhere near water.
There's a man coming. Hopefully he doesn't have a dog.
I remember in the Airstream. I remember that Pretty sure when it was summer, we had a book, and it said like every like 10 or 1 minute you get a sour gummy worm. They weren't sour.
You remember us bribing you to do school?
Someone's cool.
We think the cats were too exposed. It's too hot in the sun, and then there's no shade here. They're running around on the sand. You can tell that they were panting, so we send them back. Well, we didn't send them back. They went running back to the van. It's not like they're dogs that listen. They just do what they do. But they do know where the van is. When we get to a spot for a couple of days, we'll let them out. They'll explore, they'll roam, and then at the end of the night, they find their way back. Somehow, magically.
It's like a secret room, but I don't have a flashlight, so I can't see. And also my eyes didn't adjust. My eyes.
I know we've talked about it before, but these things all along the coast, from the border of France and Spain, south of here, all the way up to basically Norway, was completely fortified with what's called the Atlantic Wall that Hitler built. And all along the coast, you see remnants of it. The most well-preserved version or section of the Atlantic Wall is just outside of Ostend, Belgium, which we visited 3 years ago. Something that we never learned in the history classes being in the US. The Atlantic Wall was not something that we knew about until we came here. It's very cool to be able to see things from a different perspective. Look at that. All these little concrete bunkers, and you see a little bit of the concrete rebar reinforced posts that probably would have gone all the way down here, and that would have been connected with barbed wire right here at the high tide line. And here on the shores of Normandy, the tide goes out really far. So this is high tide. At low tide, you'll see all these rocks out of the water.
Wait.